Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to hand sew luxury beaded fabric onto your dress foundations. Now my client actually came in already, so I was just doing our alterations here. Now this is going to be a great video if you are going to be participating in the upcoming prom season, or if you're just simply interested in learning how to make luxury gowns. Okay, now I did her alterations and I got my base done, and one of the things that I did when I first started was I sewed her bra cups on the sewing machine. I actually did that entire process on the machine because my customer did have full breasts. And then once I actually got that done, I did the rest of her foundation. I literally sewed the rest of the dress. Now what I'm doing here is actually taking the beaded fabric, and I am actually I cut a layer bigger than the actual size of the pattern. Okay, so literally you see me taking her pattern and I'm actually cutting over, and then I am literally just making some slits to relieve the tension, and then I am tucking. Okay, just tucking that fabric, and I'm going to show you guys a close-up of what that's going to look like. Okay, so literally when you're overlaying your beaded fabric, it is really simple. If you got a good foundation, your job is to make that overlay fabric fit as tight as possible, just like it would on the client with that foundation. Now the tools that I use for this video, I'm going to make sure I list them down below in the description box. Okay, now I'm taking the fabric again, and now I'm doing the bottom portion of this dress, and again all I'm doing is cutting the outline. Now I like to actually do my overlay the same way I kind of sew it. Okay, so you're going to see me cutting this dress down in pieces. Now I will say from personal experience, this method can sometimes use a lot of fabric depending on the size of your client, but in order for you to do this method correctly, you're gonna have to put the dress on a mannequin. Honestly, put the dress on a mannequin, try to get it as close to your customer measurements as possible. It's just the best way that you're going to make sure that the fabric fits like it needs to. And now what I'm doing here is I am taking my needle. Now I want you guys to pay attention to the type of needle that I'm using. It is a curved needle. That is literally the only needle that I have been able to use to get under the curves of the bust and things like that. You guys are going to see when you use a straight needle versus a curved needle, it also makes it incredibly faster to sew. So you're going to get speed and accuracy. Now, I would say one of the things that I did notice with the curved needle that you're going to have to be careful of is they don't really come in a lot of sizes. And so you're going to have to be careful not to, one, catch the beads when you're actually hand sewing the fabric. You don't want to catch the beads because the end of the needle is so thick it will not be able to go through. And so you're going to see, several times in this particular part of the video where I had a couple issues with the beads. I had to take it out, go back in, and I purposely didn't speed it up because again, this is one of those frequently asked questions. How are you guys hand sewing your beaded fabrics onto your dress foundations? This is pretty much it. It is very simple, but it is time consuming. I want to say that this took me 2 days to do. I did the front one day and then I did the back the next day. And so for me, you got to make sure that you're breaking your dresses down, because I'm telling you now, if you are trying to do these dresses all in one day, baby, it's going to wear you out. You're going to be tired. You're going to be burnt out before you can even get to the best part of the dress, which is going to be your embellishments, okay? Your panels, all of the things that make the dress exciting. All right, so just keep that in mind. Get you a curved needle, and you can get these from the hair store. Okay, what I like to do, I go to the hair store, I get a curved needle. I get a couple. They're only like 99 cents, probably for 2 or something like that. So I'll buy 10 because you're gonna lose at least 5 of them. Okay, you're gonna lose 5. All right, so buy at least 10 of them. And what you want to do when you're about to hand sew is make sure you go ahead and prep your area. Make sure you go ahead and thread those needles so that when you're sewing, you're just picking up as you're running out, and this is how you also just increase the speed. Okay, so remember, this is definitely a time consuming thing. You want to make sure you are tucking. hiding, making sure you're capturing any type of holes, because sometimes you can get holes in the mesh when you are using the bigger needle. So there are going to be possibly moments where I actually end up using my straight needle, and it's just because it gave me, the best precision for the area that I was in. Usually something like the godays, the hips, or something like that. So for me, I definitely love using the curved needles, but I say get curved and straight. Of course, do what is best for you. But if you are looking to speed up your hand sewing time, get you some curved needles and you'll be straight. You'll definitely be straight. Now, the thread that I was using to sew this down was actually clear. I actually went between clear and gold. Now, clear worked the best, but if you guys are familiar with using the clear thread that you get from Joann's, it sometimes can be really easy to pop. It is very hard to work with. It's very annoying, but it's going to give you the best look for the job. And so I would just advise that you work through your woes like I did and use the clear thread, because it's going to give you the best look as far as not having the thread stitches actually sewing. When you use the clear thread, I feel that it gives you more leg room to kind of sew however you need to get the piece down and however you want it to look. So just kind of keep that in mind. I actually use clear for the most part, but if it's like a white or something like that, especially for like a traditional bridal gown, I'm gonna try to use the regular thread, because it's easier to sew, it's thicker, but you will have to be mindful of what your stitches look like, because it will show if you're sewing any kind of way. Now, my client came in one more time for third fitting, and this was before I got that back panel locked down. And now here she is at her wedding, and I need you guys to know this thing was definitely a beast. I'm not even gonna cap. Okay, when she came in for that third fitting, I had to make 2 more alterations to the her back. She had a serious sway back. Okay, so just make sure, you guys, if you need to get your clients in there, don't be afraid to get them in there. Okay, now this is just some BTS from her wedding. You guys got to make sure that if you can pop up on your clients, get your content. This was very important for us. I know for a fact we've booked a few dresses because of this particular video, this particular client. And so just keep in mind that your content is going to be very important. You are the person that's going to get your brand out there. Don't be afraid to show up, you know what I mean, and let people know what it is. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Drop a comment down below and let me know what else you want to see. I have so much in store for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, bye.
But you know how that go.